Hi everyone, great to connect with you. I'm back out here at the park. I must say, gorgeous walk today. I just finished up my walk and I just want to just have a moment of reflection with all of you. One thing that is so wonderful when we become much more aware, we know that if we're going to move through this world and thrive, not just be here, but actually thrive, we can experience it so much better when we are fit physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So I hope you join me here every day in nature, just for our daily check-in. When I think about being at my best, you know, one of the topics that comes to the forefront is self-love. And I don't mean in a superficial way. I'm talking about the kind of self-love that carries you through life and gives you insulation. The type of self-love I'm referring to really is a protective factor in your life. So I'll ask you, how do you define self-love? Who modeled self-love for you? You know, growing up, coming of age, self-love and self-care it just wasn't a topic in our household, and I think that's true. You know, I don't have a hard and fast number, but I think that would be true for a lot of people coming of age. It would be later in life that I would really discover what self-love means. And so often we just kind of put the label on it. Well, you know, get a massage, that's self-love. Get your nails done, your hair done, that's self-love. I look at those things as beautiful, divine, blessed self-maintenance. That self-care and self-maintenance of a different variety. It's beautiful, it's vital. Do not get me wrong. But the self-love I'm referring to, I'm going right to the core, into the heart of self-esteem as well. How you feel about yourself as a human being, how you feel about yourself as a man or a woman, a teenager, a child, making your way in this lifetime. There is so much that can tear us down day to day, that if the self-love is not there, I've seen people literally, their lives will implode. You know why? Because they allowed a circumstance in life or a person that they came across to get a bluff in on them. I cannot tell you how many men and women that I've sat with that feel bad about themselves because someone literally programmed that into them growing up, or they got themselves in one of these toxic relationships where they were repeatedly called nothing, treated as nothing. So they took on those characteristics. Let me tell you folks, deep abiding self-love resolves a lot of issues. And why? Because when the love is there for self, when anything that we love, I know people who love their cars more than they love themselves. Anything that you love, you are going to protect, you are going to cherish, you are going to nurture. And the things that we love, we don't allow to be trashed. It just doesn't happen. And so one of the things that I want to share with you, a pathway to really developing greater and deeper levels of self-love, is understanding that we come into this world. You come into this world alone. You will leave alone. And so it stands to reason that God would not send us here on an ultimate quest for survival and needing to grasp onto things that are outside of us for our very survival. We don't. All the love, all the affinity, all the affection, all the perspective that you need is truly and deeply found within you. And I can just imagine some people hearing me saying, well, Sheila, I don't believe that. The only reason you would hear that and you wouldn't believe that is you have not accessed that within you. I recently spoke with a woman, and she was describing this relationship she was in. She was like, Sheila, he doesn't do anything for me. We fight all the time. And I had to ask her, why is it that you stay? You're fighting so hard for the relationship. And she was very candid and said, you know what, Sheila, because I just want it to work. I don't want much in this world. I just want to be loved. And the reality is what this man was giving her was so far. It was a Grand Canyon away from what love really is. But because she had not accessed the love inside of her and had not cultivated that relationship, she was on what I call the external quest. I've done it. I'll raise my hand. Certainly, I've been guilty of it. And when you are on an external quest for love, and here's the thing: anyone who's on an external quest for someone to fill them up, you could meet someone who is loving you, who is being kind, who has all the regard for you in the world. You won't feel it. It won't even resonate with you. You know why? Because it's not reflected. You haven't touched it in yourself. I know plenty of people, beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful person in their life, and they will say, I feel empty, I feel void. It's because you have not touched and accessed what is readily available to you on the inside. And I want to give you a one-step process. Again, if you want to move into deeper feelings of love and connection with self, today, what I encourage and invite you to stop doing, stop looking anywhere else. Sit down, get into your journaling, get into some self-reflection, get into some prayer, get into some quiet time, and you will go into deeper levels of connection with self, deeper levels of connection with the divine. And it takes that quiet time, it takes that reflection to open up these gorgeous portals. It opens up these gorgeous portals to understanding, to awareness, being able to look around your environment and appreciate it, being able to look at yourself in blessed appreciation for who and what you are and what you bring to this world. It doesn't matter if you didn't have models early in your life who modeled self-esteem and self-care for you. We can all access this. We can all do that for ourselves today. So folks, I'm here to tell you that self-love resolves quite a bit. It resolves quite a bit, and it brings back and pays you back again and again with that instant lift that I'm always talking about and always encouraging. This has been just a reflection from my heart to yours today, and I'll catch you back out at the park tomorrow. Bye-bye.